really the only place that I get enough hate comments that I can write an entire dissertation full of them, so let's dissect this one. We're gonna have to unpack this in a few different segments because there's a lot to uncover here. Let's start with the statement. No matter how many possible combinations you have, if they're all X, it's a female. If there's a Y in there anywhere, it's a male. Because that's just not true. As for one, not all people who have all X chromosomes are female. In fact, there is a condition called XX male syndrome, which is where you have XX chromosomes, however, you come out with male anatomy. And it affects every 1 in 20 to 25,000 newborn males. And just like your first statement about X chromosomes, the statement if there's a Y in there anywhere, it's a male, is also incorrect. There's actually a condition called Swyer syndrome where you can have XY chromosomes but still be born with female anatomy. Now that one is more rare than XX male syndrome as it only affects 1 in every 80,000 individuals, however, still exists. Now let's move on to the middle section of this comment where it says, terms like does not necessarily used in this subject matter indicates nothing more than pure speculation, but the facts say things positively. So let's talk about those cold hard facts. You see, according to a few NIH articles, but one of them being Measuring Sex, Gender Identity, and Sexual Orientation, the fact is that an estimated 1.7% of the global population is intersex. It is also a fact that around 0.05% of the global population do identify as clinically intersex based off of their chromosomes. And it is a fact that out of the 8.062 billion people on the planet at the current moment, 0.05% of that 8.062 billion people is around 4,031,000 individuals. For scale, that is around 1,354 times the number of victims of 9/11. That is a large amount of people that the mass public is just uneducated about. So you got some of your facts right there. Let's go back to the hate comment. Let's move on to section 3 of this comment in which it says, I think the science geek needs to quit being so condescending and perhaps crack open a book or two herself. Her speculative analogies have nothing at all to do with actual biological science. Her anatomy statements are patently false. And to that I say,